Use blue. um, yes. So I have been labbing this string that messed me up yesterday and finding out exactly what the options are. And it's this string here. Lili'S back to 1, high mid, enters into backturn at -4 on block. On hit, this is +7. You can see there. So you gotta get mixed up here. You gotta guess that. So you got lows, so you got mids, so you got slow moves, so you got fast moves, so you got a lot of fast lows, knockdowns, strings. So you can do a lot of things in that situation. But you can really limit her options. As any character, it's not. I guess June might have something specific. Maybe can beats a lot of the options. But I'm just trying to find generic stuff that works with any character I'm playing. And what I discovered is this. After you block that string and she's in back turn, you can just sidewalk right, and that beats almost every option she can throw at you. This is the fastest string moves you can use, the back turn one, that's 8 frames. Extremely fast. So on block, she's -4, so that comes out at 12 frames. So where she traded there with a 1. It's +4 for me. Wait, how much is that exactly? It's 8, so it must be 12 frames. Okay, there we go, it was slow. Okay, you gotta be fast. But you don't wanna spam there because she has a few moves that you can do that completely evade jabs and any highs you can do. So if you try to jab there, not only is it tight timing, but she can do plenty of other things that are gonna completely make you whiff and kill you. So what you wanna be doing, if you play a Lily that's just gonna spam this string at you, you block it first of all. If you get hit, you just take your losses, man, and you have block. You try to guess if she's gonna do the sweep, but otherwise you just block. By the way, this is a high you can duck. You can just duck this, but she does have a mid from that one. In fact, let me check. How much is the mid on block? Is this punishable? I didn't see this one. Okay, that's -13, so there you go. I mean, you can punish this with a 13 frame. Or in June's case, probably with this, more damage. She got an excellent 10 frame punishment. This is incredible. Very nice. Okay. I see that I have to be a bit sharp on the punish there. If I let her land, it's too late. The same is the case with one other move that comes from the back then, the homing move. But anyway, let's keep going. So sidewalk right works against the armor move as well. Look at this. Sidewalk left, by the way, doesn't work. You get clipped by both of those strings. You can evade the one, I suppose. I did it sometimes, but it is tight. Sidewalk right though, that's where it's at. In fact, this is so linear, you don't even have to sidewalk. You can just sidestep right once. That's pretty cool. If you block this, again minus 13. Punish her for it. You gotta punish. Interesting fact in Tekken 8 that is new in this game. If you jab an armor move, then you have time to block it. But if you block it in that way after a jab, the move becomes safe. That didn't used to be the case. The frames didn't change depending on whether you jabbed or not. If you blocked it, it was the same. So that's keep in mind. If you got a very unsafe punish for like 13 that you would use in the situation, if you manage to block after jabbing once or twice, I guess twice is not possible in this case. You can't really, don't throw it out. Don't do that punish anymore. Because you can't. I guess I'm not having it holding back after the move, but that's not gonna work. So this is the homing. I didn't realize this all this time while playing Lili'S, but this is actually a homing move, the first hit, and you can see it obviously on the blue blue line that comes out. Now it's obvious, but in the heat of battle, I guess it's not so intuitive, I suppose, for me at least. So if you sidewalk right there, that's gonna clip you. So you are forcing Lily to use this move. If she wants to hit you, or at least have a chance to hit you, she has to use this. Now, this is the point where it becomes like a read. Because if you just block this, it's a mid-mid and it's minus 12. You can punish a lot. Most Lili'S I faced in red ranks and purple ranks, even some blue ranks, just spam this because it's a new string. Nobody is used to it yet. This didn't exist before Tekken 8. Nobody is punishing it on block. And most people probably just block the first, try to interrupt in between the two hits, which you cannot do. I tried to jab there, I got hit. And there you go, it's a homing. You cannot step the second hit, as far as I'm aware. No, you can't. You gotta block it, but it's unsafe. And this is another one of another string that's like a bit tricky to punish, because if she lands, it's a bit late. Let me see if I can have her block better. Oop, that sucked. Let me try again. Okay, now she's holding back. Let me see. She landed and it was too late. The frame advantage, or the situation, really begins after you finish blocking. And she is still in the air at that point. I guess okay, it's not that difficult. But you gotta be aware that this is very punishable. And if you miss a punish, excuse me, I had a cough there. If you do miss the punish in game, don't go thinking that it is safe and stop trying, because by God it isn't safe, and don't let them spam it on you, because this is really the best move they have out of Backturn. It knocks down, they get extra damage, and I will be like, okay, it doesn't launch on counter hit, thank God, but punish this. Don't let them get away with it. It's like not punishing Matterhorn. If you're gonna give it to them for free, you might as well concede the game, because this is too much power in the hands of the early player. Moving on, this string. Now, say I jab, right? You get hit by this. You just get hit. It completely evades. It even goes under down forward once, I suppose. It goes under mid. Okay, this hits. What else? What about this? Okay, this catcher. What about down forward too? Okay. So it depends on the mid. But why risk it? This string has this extension. So you see it's 3 hits, that's just the 4. And the extra flip, that's the extension. So you can end the string after the first 2 hits, like right here, and continue being backturn, or I believe she can also face forward. Wherever she stops, you can punish her. It's -10 at least. So just use your time frame. If you block this, you can just punish this. Don't be overwhelmed by whatever the hell is going on. You see her flipping and dancing around the place. She's coming at you like this. If you block this, you gotta take your turn. Because she is back turn, and if you just let her be back turn in front of you, she's gonna try another movement. She's gonna try this again. She's gonna try the homing move. She can still do her mix-ups because she's still back turn and you're frozen. So you have to be sharp. Obviously, you gotta be sharp against Lily. This is the only move that if you actually get hit, you can still step it because it's so slow. She is +7 on hit, as we said. So most hits are not able to be stepped after a hit. By the way, this extension, you can interrupt. You don't have to guess whether she's not gonna stop after the first 2 hits or not. You can just float her and get a full juggle. But you gotta remember there's 2 hits there. There's one on the initial leg extension, and then one as it comes down. So you gotta block both hits because it doesn't jail. If I block the one, try to do anything, I get hit and knocked down. So I had to counter again. So there we go. This is that string. Remember, you can step this. This is your best option in this situation. It's a sidewalk ride. Beats basically everything. Let's do the next move. What else can she do here? She got throws. She can throw her 1+3 or 2+4. If you step, that catches you. This is too fast. Now, the thing to note here is this is not a command throw. This is a generic throw. So you can break it with either 1 or 2. If you know that the only throws she can do there are generic throws, that just helps. Because you don't have to guess any breaks. It's not any weird command throws you can do from Backturn like some characters can. So this is pretty easy. If you step, you just maybe have to throw break. Next move is this sweep. Now this sweep is the only other issue that you have to really be aware of. Because this tracks to the right. If I try to step to the right or walk to the right, I get hit. Now this sweep is 20 frames. That is for a sweep pretty fast. But it is reactable. And obviously it's extremely punishable. So if you do block it, by God, kill her for it. But in my experience, 20 frames, yeah, it's a bit tough to react to, but it's possible. And if you know that it's the only move that can hit you while you sidewalk, you can react to it. You see, you block this string, this back turn, and you know, okay, I want a sidewalk here. The only move that can hit me is this sweep. So you can just block on reaction. And I would suggest, keep that in mind and really kill her for it. Because if you just stand there and try to read when she's gonna do the sweep, sure, you can react to it, but then you open yourself up to everything else you can do from back turn. And that's where the Lili pressure really starts. And it doesn't end unless you know how to option select and kill everything. This is another low strings you can do. This is not a natural combo. So if you get hit by the low, you can block. And it's very punishable. On counter hit, it's guaranteed. By the way, if I jab, she goes under again. So jabbing is not a good idea. But you can step this. And it completely whiffs. And even if it doesn't, you can still block the second hit and punish her. If you're a bit late and you get clipped, that's fine. It is very linear. I mean, look at that. Even if I end up getting hit by the first low, it's so linear that the second just whiffs completely. Just sidewalk right and launcher. So that's pretty easy. And then you get this. I believe this is a launcher. Definitely on counter hit. Yeah, it's just a launcher, so you can continue floating from there. Now this obviously, as we know, what's the answer to this back turn string, or the string that ends in back turn, it's sidewalk right. Completely clears it. I believe you can also, you can go both ways. There are some moves that you can really step both ways. But since sidewalk right beats everything almost, she has to use two moves in order to have a chance to hit you. You really free yourself up from a lot of pressure by sidewalking right. So there you go. That's the little lesson of the day. And I only labbed this much. This specific situation because I got fucked up yesterday by this specific string. And I wasn't sure how to deal with it. I wasn't sure how to defend against it. And now I know. Sidewalk right. And if you get hit, you are at -7 and you have to take a mix-up. Don't try anything. You gotta just block. Try to read the low. And by God, punish all the unsafe stuff that can come out of back turn. Now let's go play some ranked. Let's see if we can make a push into blue.